Yo, this your boy Mind Control Gaming, come back with another video, and this time, well, this release day, and of course when this video drops it will not be released, it will be 24 hours after release, but had to record this video about 2 to 3 times because of audio complications, but it's all good. Well, all day while I was at work and sometime afterwards I was playtesting a new deck type, and it's not Fire King, so we ain't gotta worry about that. I'm pretty sure there's enough videos out there with Fire Kings, but we'll be venturing to Vaalmonica's. I think the deck is pretty cool, and you know, it's a pendulum deck, and as we know, Yugioh players not like to read card effects, so this should be pretty interesting. I've been, you know, trying out a bunch of things, and I think I have a semi-good deck that it may work, but you know, I'm still tweaking it. So let's go to the deck list. Oh, before we do that, cue the intro. And we're back, and this is the deck list I came up with, right? So I've been tweaking this all day long, and this is what I'm settling with. Now, most of these cards are evenly matched. I just added these 3 evenly matches because I need something to help me go second. So this was a good card. It's a good tech card, especially if I draw in first hand and I can use one of the pendulum monsters to discard it. But we can go card by card, but almost all these cards have secondary effects. So if you gain life points, you do one thing. If you lose life points, you do another thing. So we'll start off with the simple Revolutionary Second, and this is a good card because you can synchro summon from hand into ancient fairy dragon. Then you could use Revolutionary Synchron to discard 1 card off the top of the deck, and then special summon itself back on the field. And then we can go into Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, which is not Omni-Gate, but a monster in the gate. And this is basically to protect us from the Beru, and it's extra protection. So I like to play this little package, but also I like to play some of the clowns. So we got Damage Juggler, we got Flame Eater, we got Trick Clown. So these cards basically do different things. Damage Juggler basically gets you into these two. These two, while this one is special summon, you can take 500 damage for you and your opponent, and that's good for the pendulum monsters. And this one, you can pay 1,000 to special summon any one of these. So if you have both of these in grave, you could send this to the grave, use this effect, summon this out, so you get 1,000, take 1,000 damage, and then you take another 500 damage. So then that's 2 dark counters already. So there we go. So then we have the most important card that this is non-negotiable. Must play 3. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but Selettrice. I might butcher all these cards' names, I'm not gonna lie to you, but this one is a very good card. On normal summon, you can basically add any Vaalmonica card in the whole deck. Any spell, trap, monster, all that. No limits. So this one is a very, very important card to have, but it only happens on normal summon and pendulum summon. Special summon, you cannot, nothing happens. You get nothing off a special summon, so just be careful with that. And also, if you have both scales on the field, the light and the dark, then, and this go to the graveyard, once per turn of course, you can add her back to the hand, which is good for recursion, and then it's good for if you need to use one of these pendulum monsters to dish it. So if you dish Selettrice to the graveyard, and then place both your pendulum monsters on the field, you bring this back in hand and do your normal summon it, then you do your plays. Don't worry about it, I will explain it later. So these cards, I think these are non-negotiable 3s. The light one is it's a lot, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a lot. But basically, this one, it gets you into the light link. This one gets you into the dark link. So the light angel is basically if you gain light points, then you can add a light counter to it. This one, if you take damage, you can add a dark counter to it. And this is the reason why we got the clowns, because we want to gain dark counters more than anything, because we definitely need this to set up our turn 1 boards. Turn 2, we could do something different, but turn 1 we always want to set up dark counters. This card is the best spell card after the fill spell, which is non-negotiable. But this one basically have 2 effects. If you take damage, you can add 1 spell or trap card from deck to hand. If you receive if you gain light points, then you basically take 1 card in your hand, shuffle in the deck, and draw 2. So if you go on first and you have this in hand and you need a light counter, you have an evenly match, you could just shuffle the evenly match back in hand and then draw 2 cards. If you have the trap in hand and you have a way to discard it, you can just put it back in the deck and draw 2 cards. So it's good to just, you know, play with your hand, play with your the cards in your hand. Almost. This one basically it does something a little different. So if you use the gain light points, it excavates the top of your deck until you find the first Vaalmonica card. So it'll keep excavating. So if you go all through all these cards, it will just keep showing. Once you find a Vaalmonica card, it will add it to hand. So that's pretty good too. Then if you take damage, you can discard 1 Vaalmonica card from deck. So it could be a monster or anything like that. But this one is usually used to discard the trap to grave, and I'll tell you later. So this one is this one allows you to add 1 banish Vaalmonica card from your banish and add it to hand, or add 1 from grave to hand. I basically use this just to have another spell in hand, because the other one is not that good. Fill spell on activation, you add 1 Vaalmonica monster from deck to hand, and this is pretty good because if you have the normal summon, then you add 1 of the scales. If you have the scales, then you add the normal summon. So you add 1 of the other. If you have neither one of them, you more likely add the normal summon, then you normal summon, then add the scale, and then discard from hand, and you do plays like that. So either way go, you can go into some plays. So this is the last spell card. This one is the second best spell card in the deck. The fill spell is top. It's in a different category, but out of these 2 spells, this one is the second best. So this one is apply 2 effects. It doesn't do damage. So this one is kind of like just a quick spell that gets you started on your plays. So the first one says that if you don't have this card, Selettrice or whatever you want to call it, if you don't have this on fill, then you will special summon a monster on fill. If you do have this on fill, then you can add 1 scale to your hand, and then you add the other one face up into the deck, which is very good. So if you already have the scales already on the fill, and you add 1 to hand and 1 to deck, then you could basically pendulum summon the 1 from hand and the 1 from face up on the deck, face up in the extra deck, and that's 2 monsters already, plus the normal summon. So then you can triple plus, right? But if you don't, then you have to use this to get the normal summon, and then that's how you'll do your plays. But if you use this to get the normal summon, for the rest of the turn, no monsters beside the Monica effects will work on. Let me get it out. No monsters on the field that's not Vaalmonica monsters their effect will not go off. But good thing we don't have any cards like that. But you have to be careful, because if we do use Armor Fortress, then basically you're turning off the Armor Fortress. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Second thing is, if you use this as special summon, the normal summon, the effect doesn't go off. So you basically have a dead card on field. So it's always important to at least wait until you have the skills, because then if not, then you're basically having a dead Selettrice on the field with nothing to do with it. I digress. Next, evenly match. We know that's for 2 imperms. Full armor XCs. We already know that package is a very good package, and it doesn't really take too much of the the main deck. Just 2 cards or 3 cards in the extra deck, and we usually go into number 16. Grab 2 cards, discard 1, and then we'll skip the normal the draw phase for the next one. But it'd be okay because more likely we have enough gas to just smoke our opponent regardless. So how you get into the link monsters, right? If you want this link monster, this one basically it's good for going second. So if you have 3 light counters on the field, you can use any monster. It could be Maxi, it could be Ash, any monster, and you can link summon it. If you have 3 spell counters on this card here, and you can link summon it to the Light Angel, and this one, it will destroy as many counters you have on the this card, the Light Angel. You can destroy that many monsters. So you'll at least destroy 3 monsters off top, because you can't summon this without 3 counters. So that's 3 monsters destroyed regardless. That's very good. This one, the dark one, this one has a few effects. First of all, it has destruction protection. Second, it copies effects in the grave, so it can copy a spell and trap effect. It can, and all that shit. So this is pretty good. So that's the reason why you put the trap in grave. If you have it in hand, you can use it on field and then use it in grave also. So you can double up. And then if you have IP Masquerena on field and you have 3 counters on this card, you can basically link summon the IP with itself to go into the Dark Angel, and you can use the effects again because it's not tied to once per turn. It's once per monster. So you can use the effect twice, and you don't only have to use a trap. You can use all the spells too. And the good thing about this is you can use which one you want, the gain or the take. Last thing, so these monsters, when you pendulum summon after you do have the normal summon on the field, and you put these on the field and you have the dark and the light, you have to remember these cards are able to banish one of these spell or trap cards on the field and copy the effect. But this is a hit in the but. You can only copy the effect of what card it is, basically. So when you use this effect, you can only copy the light, so gain. So you can't use this card and then try to do the take damage effect. It won't work. It only works for gain. So it won't even ask you which effect to activate. It will just automatically gain life points, and then now you're taking one card in your hand and shuffling it back in the deck. So be careful with that. That's one thing I had to learn too. So you want to use both of these effects separately, but once you banish the card is banished. You can get it back with disarm, and you could basically use this to get it back, but at the same time, you just be careful, because you don't want to use this card and you want to use the take damage to add another spell or trap, and you banish it using this, and now you can't use the take damage effect. So it's basically you have to be self-aware and all this other stuff. So extra deck is the extra deck, and this is how you get the normal summon off the field. You just use Magnus Moon, and link summon it to that, but then you blocking your link zone. So because this arrow points up, which I don't know why. Like, why is it pointing up? But it is what it is. But this is a deck, and we're gonna go into a couple replays. So yeah, I'll be right back. And we're back, and we're going first. So as you can see, we have Fill Spell, Normal Summon, Call by the Grave, Versa, and Imperm. So this is a very good hand, and what would mostly likely grab is the freaking scales. But we already know what we're playing against, and this is before I had used the full armor package, but it is what it is. We have Skyscraper freaking sleeves. Ray Turbo. We already know this is Skyscraper. This is like, this is a no-brainer. I'm already knowing this, right? So I'm like, okay, well, we need to pretty much, you know, make a good enough board that can have some destruction protection, because we already know that they're gonna try to destroy all my cards because they got a bunch of going second cards. Look at this, got the turbo joint right there and everything. But yeah, so let's see how this fares. So we grab the scale, the light scale, we pitch the normal summon, put the scales, add it back to hand, then we normal summon her out. Beautiful girl. The waifu was here. So he ashed this. So this effect, I'm looking to get the spell card that adds one skill to hand and put the other one in the extra deck face up. That's the card I want to get. So I'm like, okay, well, if he max sees me, I'm okay with that, you know, because I'm not going to do too many plays. I'm just going to I'm special summon 2 more times, so he'll get 2 cards, and I got enough cards to, I got imperm too, so I should be good. But let's see what happens. So I call by the graveyard. Now I'm thinking that he has Maxi, but no, he has Velar. So the blinking was not Maxi, and that sucked a lot. And now I'm thinking, like, if I knew he had Velar, I would have just saved the call by the grave for Ray, because I know he's playing Skyscraper. Like, there's no, like, you're not hiding it, bro. So I did this, and I don't even know why. Oh yeah, I did this to reach for a card, right? So I end up getting the Dark Angel, and I pendulum summon it out, and I use that effect, and I don't know why I did this at all. That was not a good play. Like, and this is like one of my early gameplays, so I'm still trying to learn the deck, but I don't know why I did that, bro. At all. I don't know why. So he summoned out Ray, put Ray in defense mode. I thought he was going to use the effect, but no, he's smart. He goes into Hayate, and I was thinking about impermanent, but I'm like, nah, we're going to save it for Kagari, because he already got engaged in graveyard. So I'm like, yeah, let's definitely use it for Kagari. So he summons out Kagari, and I impermanent, and he, big brain, he has, what is this, Ego Booster? People don't even play that card. So he basically made his card untargetable. He ended up getting engaged anyways. Freaking Royal Engage. He had Emergency Teleport. Why? Why do you have that card? I guess. So then he links something into Camilla. And if you have 3 less, he can ditch that to the graveyard, but I don't know why. And he have Afterburner, and he draw 1 card. And he used Afterburner on Babushka. Since he did that, he should have destroyed one of my scales, but he didn't. And he have Harpy Spell Duster, and he sweep that out. So I'm like, ugh, this kind of sucks. And Shizuki, and he brings out Linkage. He got Linkage also. So I'm wishing for a top deck, and I do get a top deck. I got the light one. So we pitch the normal summon, add it back to hand, normal summon her out. Beautiful, yeah. Use this effect, and the reason why I grab this to add 1 spell trap from deck to hand is because this gives me a dark counter. So instead of just going straight for the card that's adds the skills to hand, I need to like do the phases. So I'm going phase by phase, and this is one of them. So I use this, and then I add both. Oh, that's right. That was a misplay. I don't have no more scales. All the scales are over here, right? Are they? I don't know why I wasn't able to summon the scales out. Oh yeah. So 1, 2, 3. I can't, because I only have 3 and one of them is in the graveyard, so I wasn't able to add them to hand. Only can add 1 to hand, so it didn't allow me to add nothing. So misplay on my part. Not a major misplay, but it's still a misplay. But I still have plays though. So I use the effect engrave again to add another one, and then I use that to add a banished one from banished to hand. And since I didn't use that yet, I use it now. And I toss the freaking trap in the grave, and I go into the link 1, the dark angel. I use the light one too to excavate to get something in hand, just because why not? Try my luck, and then I clearly failed. I thought I was gonna get something good. And I time thief for duel. So I attack him. He summons out Ray. So at this point, I thought he was going to use the card. I think it's Kana that negates an attack, but he goes for Kagari, which is good. He's kind of psyching me out a little bit. And I destroy Kagari too, and then he grabs an engage, and then now it's his turn again. And I'm pretty scared, because I'm thinking it's Widow Anchor that he has set, so I'm pretty scared about the face down cards. I want to destroy it. I think it's Widow Anchor. No, I think it's Linkage. So I'm like, I need to destroy this before he have another card on the field. So I use the Trap Engrave, and it's a freaking Mercy Teleport. Baited me. So he got Ray, going to another Kagari. I'm like, man, he baited me pretty good. I used Tiny for Dura. So the reason why I held this is because I didn't want him to grab Linkage from the grave and be able to use it, so it'd be like super plus, which is not that, you know what I mean, OD, because he still can get engaged, which is pretty OD. But I don't know. At the time, I thought that was smart, so I held this until he used Kagari. Because I'm already knowing that he cannot destroy my monsters because I have too many counters. So destruction is not an option for him right now. So I know I'm getting Flame Eater, which is good for follow up, because hopefully he can destroy my back row again. So you get Widow Anchorer. Going to Kana. Use Widow on the link. He link into Ziki. Yep. He get rid of our normal summon, which is okay. And then he scoops, because he realized he can't get up with time for Duel. So all he's going to do is push it back to me, and I have hella cards in the extra deck face up. So I was just going to pendulum summon all of them and then start my plays. And I also have a clown in hand. So it was over for him. Alright, we're going to have one more replay, and then we're going to go back to the deck list. And we're back. And this is when you see mind control at full power. I grab the normal summon. I use the Dark Angel. Pitch the clown. I pitch the clown because if I don't, I have no way to get it in the graveyard without pendulum summon. So I use that. Use the clown. Take 1,000 damage. That's a dark counter. Boom. We in there like swimwear. I get the normal summon. I normal summon her out. I add Skata. I don't know how to say his card's name. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think they're Italian and whatnot. So we use this. Add both of the add one to hand. Add the light. Put the dark in. Face up an extra deck. And with pendulum summon both of them out. Boom, boom. Use the dark to banish that. To grab another one. And use Versa to throw the trap in the grave. Oh, we are cooking with hot grease right now. Go to link 1 because we have 4 counters, so we overdoing it. We use Revolutionary Synchron to go into Ancient Fairy Dragon. So what I can do is, if I have another fill spell, like a different one, I can use his effect, but I don't need that right now. So we add that back to hand. We pitch, got the dark in the grave. So this is like, that's my last one, so I can't use that other spell no more to add both the hand. So we have Crystal Wing Synchron. We use the light one, the vanish one, and then we excavate the top, because why not? Might as well start getting the counters for the light. Then we go into number 60, the Garrus. Pitch both of them. Pitch triple because he's not doing anything, so there's no reason to keep that in hand. And have Maxi for next one. Go into Armor Fortress. Get the trap. And then I set 2 and pass. So I set Invite, however you say it. So yeah, I maxied him and he called by the grave, which is very good because I didn't want him to call by the grave the Armor Fortress, which would suck because I need to equip it to the knight, the full armor knight. So, and also I set this on the field because you basically can summon out Vaalmonica card, and we can get the normal summon on the field, which is also good because this one has a secondary effect. I didn't even tell y'all. I want to keep it a little secret, right? If any of your opponent monsters attack, you can immediately after that this resolve link summon one Vaalmonica monster. So basically, if he gets rid of this, even if he don't, if he has this on the field, if he attacks and you have 3 light counters, you can go into the light one. If you have 3 dark counters, you can go into the dark one. So you just double up so you don't get OTK. Essentially, if you got the light one, you can destroy monsters if they're able to be destroyed. Only monsters, not spells and trap monsters. So that's another secondary effect. I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know. It took me a while to even see that hit Texas because it's so you reading all of this and you don't really watch it. And I said, seen this once per turn when the opponent monster declares an attack. So it don't even need to be on a Vaalmonica card. And you can link summon any card. Maxi, Ash, Crystal Wing Synchron, Fortress, any card on the field. And that is OD. You can actually link this one into himself if you want to, if the link monster, if you do some dumb stuff and put this in the wrong spot. But it need to be to a linkage point. But let's go to the replay. So he called by the grade to Maxi. They do. Good job, bro. Really didn't need it to resolve. So he got circular. So I instantly go to the full armor, right? Because I don't want this card to stay on the field to go into Super Factorial, that trap. So I'd rather just take it, and then also you need 3 in the grave. So if you don't have multiple circulars or whatever the case may be, then you're all set. So, and that's it. That's it. This is a good deck. It just needs a little work, and we're working hard to make it a good ratio. But I see potential in this deck. I actually seen people add Mathmech to this deck. I think that will make it a little bit bricky, but to each his own. If people make it work, then make it work. I don't think I want to do that. And plus, I don't want to go too much over 40 cards. 42 is okay, but I really like to slim it down to 40, but it is what it is. Alright, let's go to the deck list. Alright. So this is the deck list, and this is one of the times where, I didn't really copy somebody's junk verbatim. I kind of did my testing and I, brainstorming a little bit and figuring out what I can do to make this deck efficient. Another thing I was thinking about is adding Upstart Goblin, but that will only give me light counters, so it won't be as beneficial, especially if I'm going going first. Then I need the dark counter, so it would definitely get me into cards, but it won't benefit me too much. But it will allow me to play a lot less cards, but I don't know. I think it was just too gimmicky. And then if I draw 2, then I'm now giving them 2,000 life, and then they can just drag on, and I'm taking life from myself. So it didn't buff. It didn't buff at all. So this is the deck. I even had Thurion in there because I wanted to add a fill spell, but it's too gimmicky if I don't have a machine in the grave. And this is the only machine I run besides Thurion, the big Thurion monster. So if I don't have any machines engraved, then how can I special summon it? So it was just stuck dead in my hand. I didn't like that either. But if y'all think I should change anything to the deck, or should I add anything, I think it works, but we shall see. Let's see if we can push the master with this deck. It's only I'm a master 2 right now. Yep, so it's only like what 7 more wins. I'm saying that like it's easy, right? But we shall see. I haven't ran into Fire King yet, but I'm already knowing that it's going to be aggravating, and I kind of wish I would have made it to master before then, but I got aggravated and I had to work in the morning, so I said I'll forget it. But this is the replay. This is the deck. I hope y'all like it. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and we'll see y'all pretty soon. Alright, let's hit the outro. Zoom!